We need to give people a better sense of their nationhood, of their citizenship. That helps them to not only to define themselves, but it shows to others that they are sharing in the values of this society.
You come from Zimbabwe. That was the country that was your country before.
Yes.
Which is your, do you think, is your home country now? Which country will you think of as home?
Britain, of course.
For the last 10 minutes, you've been British and you've come from Iran. Which country do you consider to be home now, your home country?
Iran.
If I had to ask you to find the word that you identify with Britishness and being British, what would the word be?
Democracy.
It's often the new arrivals on the street who want to fit in most. But it must be confusing to turn up and find that the locals can't agree on what a true Brit really is, especially when the government has been accused itself of pulling the United Kingdom apart.
Scottish first, British second, but never ever English.
I was born in Britain. I said I've got a British passport. I'm British.
Scottish. 100% Scottish.
I beg your pardon, but I don't keep a shotgun under my counter.
Oh, well, in that case, you have to tell him.
Two massive St Andrews walked on to Murrayfield. All around the perimeter of Murrayfield were standard bearers flying 6x3 St Andrew flag. We got walloped by the Scots.
Scotland 15, England 9.
I am English and I'm sorry we lost, but, you know, I personally think that the actual flag then did the job.
Scotland are back in business.
Britishness at Murrayfield.
You sure this is a good idea?
Scotland used to be a separate country with its own parliament. Once it met here in Edinburgh Castle.
We got it then.
Silent for 300 years, the Scottish Parliament is back, courtesy of the Labour government in London. And just at the moment, this exercise in local democracy seems to be getting a little out of hand. Labour MPs north of the border seem like a threatened species. There's
the test of strength between the Labour London government, led by Gordon Brown, and an SNP government in Scotland.
this government, your government, has devolved power. Surprise, surprise, people in Scotland now feel more Scottish than they did before. And making speeches about Britishness isn't going to turn the clock back.
Well, no one's suggesting we should turn the clock back. In any way, you can't. But it's not just about devolution. I was in favour of devolution, and I still am, as a fundamental way in which you bind the Union. We would all lose, Scotland not least, if the Union were to break up.
But Scotland looks very much like an independent country already, playing to the world, especially during the Edinburgh International Festival. Forced to pick one national identity, in 1974, 31% of people in Scotland said they were British. By 2006, this figure had fallen to 14%.
Most salmon is produced in Scotland by Norwegian firms. The entire Scottish salmon industry is now owned by the Norwegians. This is good Scottish venison.
Nice, but not the Britishness party the government